chilling without my hat.
No, don't. I promise you don't.
Thank you. Then I get your glass.
Hey. You're an expert.
What's that?
My EMF.
Is that like a timer?
It's a text
Start a
ghost.
ghost tour here in Gettysburg. Well, you would take note to that building over there. That is the Farnsworth House. That is one of the most iconic and famous buildings in the town, and it very well be maybe one of the, if not the most haunted buildings in the town of Gettysburg. Imagine, if you would, on the fateful day of July 1st, when the battle begins, the Confederate Army will push the Union Army through the town up on the Cemetery Hill. Brutal and desperate fighting will occur here in the town. Now, the Union men will be doing everything they possibly can in their power to stop the advance of the Confederate troops, and they begin to build barricades. Imagine they would be using things like wagons and furniture from homes and barrels. Some of these barricades were piled as high as first floor windows. Many of these buildings became occupied by sharpshooters. See that little attic window up there?
That's the one that got.
It was occupied for all 3 days of the battle by Confederate sharpshooters. One in particular was known to play a Jew's harp, a simple mouth instrument. Now you can probably see there's about 150 visible bullet holes on the side of that building. Every square inch of this town was blood-soaked and fallen over.
Isn't that her name?
The Union Army,
Oh.
the Union overtook the home.
Close enough.
I can't imagine if the men that
That's
were
a joke.
out there in that attic were treated very kind. I think he probably defended the life or possibly they left. To this day, people still hear that Jew's harp.
I don't know if you guys can see that, but there are like 1,500 bullet holes in that side of that building.
Higher values.
Yo, guys.
Like 150 bullet holes in there.
Yo, guys.
He said that.
Guys.
Yeah, this is also my YouTube channel.
Yo, guys, this is my first time.
Many of them are soldiers. This building became a hospital after the battle, as many of the standing structures would have here in the town. It is said that the blood was literally dripping through the floorboards. There are men's initials and names engraved into the hardwood floors up there that died in that building. To this day, many people still experience the apparitions of soldiers, both Union and Confederate. People, while they're dining, will hear someone whisper behind them, someone touch them or grab them. They can turn around. No one will be there. Unfortunately, the soldiers are not the only ones that haunt the building. There was a young boy named Jeremy that lived here in the town of Gettysburg.
I remember this. He got crushed by a
His
wagon.
young friends, as young boys will often do, they dare one another to see
Yeah, this kid got crushed by a
get
wagon.
away with or what they can outdo another.
Yo,
Yeah.
this is crazy.
Imagine, if you would, as the streets would have been laid out as exactly the way they are today. They would have been dirt, and there would have been horses and carriages and wagons going up and down instead
See?
of
This is,
these
guys, this
horseless
is
carriages.
I've seen this on Sammy Colby. The kid got crushed by a
Young
wagon.
Jeremy and his friends had a little game of chicken that they played. They would run out and try and grab and touch the horses and hogs.
Yo.
One day, Jeremy was not very fortunate, and he was run over by one of the horses and carriages. His father was
I told you
summoned,
guys.
and he came quickly and he found Jeremy's broken body lying along the sidewalk. He would wrap him in a blanket and take him upstairs into one of the rooms. And that is where Jeremy would leave this world. To this day, his spirit still haunts the building. Many people that stay there request to stay in Jeremy's room. If you get a chance, I would encourage you to do so. Take a ball and a stuffed animal with you. He will roll the ball back and forth across the floor. You will pick up the stuffed animal.
As he's saying this, it's going like a little bit yellow.
Want to grab a couple photos here before we continue?
He likes eagles? This house? That house right there? Had that a kid got ran over by a wagon.
And they literally suggest that the people who come to visit this house request to stay in his room because
He's the friendliest.
yeah, and if they bring a stuffed animal or a ball, that he will literally roll the ball back and forth, or he'll pick up the stuffed animal. So
I don't know if that's like a
This is
doll
some
in somebody's
freaky
room, or if
stuff.
that's some.
oh, that is a doll.
Is that a doll or
That's
a person?
doll. Yeah, that's a doll. That's a doll. Right there.
That
that's
is
a doll.
so creepy, dude.
That wasn't there earlier, was it?
There's a doll figure or a person right up in that top window. Like the second on that side. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I have a really crappy setup, so. Bro, that's so freaky.
Well, I swear to God, it's my face and it disappeared.
But I just want to see something start floating.
I just want to see something. Gettysburg Paradise starts to play. Miss Amy, if you walked over to that like power box, there's like a shadow thing in the room.
It's gone.
It's gone?
I know it's
Oh. No, it's like a doll or something in the window.
Oh, that's not
It's in the.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Freaking me out, man. I don't.
Like, there's.
Hey, don't look at little girls. That's.
I'm not.
You're
They're
not a
dolls.
pedophile. You're not a pedophile.
There's like tons of dolls and stuff in that
What
house.
is it rating as?
50. We're not even at 1 yet. Wait, let me put my AirPods up to it to show you guys how this thing actually works.
I want to see something start flying. I want to see levitation right in my eyes.
Do you think they can control the weather?
Like
Probably.
14. The lower the number is, the more cooked you're gonna be. See, that was my
higher the
AirPods.
number?
Higher, not lower.
You mean the higher the number is,
All right,
the
let's
more
go.
cooked?
You wanna go up
No,
to the
because
front?
right now it's 50.
You wanna go up to the front?
Yeah,
No,
sure.
what do you mean the lower? What do you mean the lower? Okay,
See what I mean?
that goes higher, not lower. That's a higher number.
He's gonna tell us the worst experience he's had.
Okay.
I've had full poltergeist activity. I've had people grab me. I've had things thrown at me. Yeah, I was already told about that. Doors slammed behind me.
Yo.
Pulled me out of my bed.
Wait, Sarah, I already asked that. I've had people get hurt.
I didn't remember.
From what I understood, I watched this video on YouTube. I don't know if it's true or not, but apparently there's a demon or something in that basement where Jeremy lives.
There's something down there that's not very friendly.
Okay, that's all I needed to hear.
There is something in that basement that's not very friendly. That building is one of the most haunted buildings. As a matter of fact, yes. I think it might be like
Okay, keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on that. It's going higher. It's going to go higher.
Yeah, we're
Liam's uncle's actually,
at 59 now.
he always dresses up and he's like,
Oh my God, bro.
60s.
Oh my God. I'm getting like this creepy vibe.
was built right over top of
What's your name again?
Trinity. It was built right over top of Ground Zero.
I'm literally getting this creepy vibe.
What happened? You're on.
Stop! I mean it. What that doesn't mean.
you know, I'm getting creepy vibes from the living right over here. Like, touching me.
Guys, stop. Stop.
Guys, stop. Coach is right. If we want to win, it's on us. It's on us.
Stop raping.
It's Sleepy Hollow. Dude, I love Sleepy
Guys,
Hollow.
Colonel's getting mad.
Guys, actually stop.
What's the value of fucking Colonel getting mad?
50.
Guys, Coach is right. If we want to win, us.
Has something ever happened?
It's going lower.
Yeah.
Are we going straight? Are we going
He
straight?
actually does. I'm going to turn.
Which way looks creepier, that way or this way?
Don't enter. Hello? I'm gonna enter.
That's
No.
Shit.
we're here to witness, and we got this, so this gives our chances up.
Yep.
What, bro?
Um,
Bro, Bro, what is that?
A person walking in the neighborhood. I don't know. Now, some things you can explain like that. Some things you can't.
Hey, I don't want to do math anyway.
Like the time that my door kept opening and closing and knocking and scratching all night. That, I don't know. That,
What are the values?
50.
It's good. It's a person, bro.
See if they got the ghost yetis I was talking about.
Oh God. Please get fired.
Stop skipping on.
Probably slow down. We should probably slow down.
Yeah.
Sarah, slow down.
Wherever Trinity is, I'm staying in that area.
I mean it. Knock it off.
Okay.
And I didn't even bring my
Last time,
crucifix.
last time.
It better be.
We're not bringing. No, we want to see this happen.
No, I know.
Also, we
Have you ever,
people-
Trinity, have you ever done an Estes before?
I have not. I can tell you, I have been attached.
Oh, same.
I sometimes punch
I should have brought my tarot cards. I have like 7 days.
Oh
Are
God.
we going more?
No, no test.
Stop. I'm trying to listen to Trinity talk. Stop.
There's a bat.
Oh, yeah, there is a bat. Have you?
Some people never. This is probably the most.
Value check.
I think some people are much more open. Some people are much more.
I have like this feeling in me.
Like I ate too much pizza and ice cream feeling, or like?
Like something's out of me.
Yeah, it's us. What do you think has a bigger chance, a ghost versus 50 people, or 50 people versus a ghost?
Okay, this
Guys, we're walking too fast.
actually proves if ghosts are real to me or not. So you know.
When I was 8 years old, I saw my mother
Guys,
having
he's saying we're
sex.
stopping.
I don't know what it is about trees without leaves on them. Yeah. It's going down.
In front of this patch of woods that is known as simply as the Grove. It is known to be quite haunted. If you would look up on this hill, that is East Cemetery Hill. The Battle of Gettysburg, in my opinion, changed American history. Robert E. Lee, the commander of the Army of Northern Virginia, had never lost a major battle up until this point. Now, I'm quite sure he did not intend to lose this one. Desperate, bloody fighting occurred here for 3 days. Becomes the bloodiest battle of the American Civil War, and over 65,000 casualties will occur here in 3 days. Cemetery Hill, in my opinion, is where the battle was won and lost. There are many, many other places on this battlefield where horrible fighting occurred.
I hear a music box.
This ground right here became known as the Union Gibraltar. This is the only place on the battlefield where fighting occurred all 3 days, including nighttime fighting. Imagine if you would, Union men would have been up there.
Oh my God, it's going
Union
up to
artillery
51.
would have been up there. Men from New York, Ohio, Michigan, Pennsylvania, New Jersey.
Yeah, that's
And on the evening of July 2nd, major assaults were made by the Confederate Army on this hill. The famed Louisiana Tigers would have literally come right up through the center of town. The 6th North Carolina and the 10th Virginia would have been out here on our left. And imagine a giant artillery barrage and cannonade before the battle begins, the fighting. Union artillery would have been firing, and Confederate artillery would have been firing in from Benner's Hill. Became very, very smoky, and visibility became almost zero. Now it is said that on the evening of July 2nd that the Confederate troops were very, very close to the Union lines before they realized they were there. And very desperate and personal fighting and hand-to-hand combat began. They were fighting with bayonets. The Union artillerymen, as they were beginning to become overrun, started fighting with their tools. They were using axes and shovels and rocks. Anything they could find to kill the enemy. Fighting went on through the night. Imagine, if you would, a Napoleon cannon. When things got bad, they started firing what is known as canister or grape shot. Think of a large tin can, and that cannon barrel would have been about that big around. Think of a large tin can filled with grape-sized steel shot. When things get really bad, they double load that. There would be about 100 rounds of steel balls in there.
Wow.
After these great battles, they would have reports of the dead and the wounded and the captured and the missing. And the missing always intrigues me. Many of these men literally were missing. There was a thing that became known as pink mist. Imagine, if you would, being 30 to 40 yards in front of one of these cannon as it fires double canister. Men would literally evaporate. Arms and legs and hands would go flying in the air, and men would simply just disappear. They were missing. Imagine many of these men were very young. They had families, they had lives, they had mothers and fathers, wives and children. They had dreams and hopes. And in a flash of an instant, it was all taken away. As I was saying earlier, that energy and those souls remain. What you see back here is the Gettysburg High School football field. In the 1950s, it was built.
Is he trying to hide?
When they excavated this area, they uncovered over 500 Confederate bodies. This road where you're standing later on in the 1960s, hundreds more Confederate bodies were found. See, initially after the battle, a man by the name of David Wills purchased 13 acres that becomes the Soldiers National Cemetery. And about 3,500 Union men will be buried in there initially.
No, he's not there.
Many of the Confederate dead were not so lucky here at Gettysburg. In warfare, when an army loses a battle and retreats, they often have to leave their dead behind. Many of these men were buried in mass graves, mass trenches. They were literally digging holes and throwing bodies in there. It is said that the Union burial parties were carving bark off of tree branches and carving numbers into there on how many were lying in each hole. 75, 87, 46.
1738.
To this day, there are over 3,000 men, both Union and Confederate, that have never been accounted for in and around the town of Gettysburg. And keep that in mind, that no matter where you walk around here, no matter where you stand,
Somebody
you
just
be
went
standing
down my
on the
back.
remains of a soul. As I said, the Grove is known to be quite haunted. It's very common for people
swear
to
to God,
experience
somebody just
things back
went down
here.
my back.
Shadow figures are seen, orbs, and even full apparitions. Strange lights and glowing eyes, and even disembodied voices, shrieks and
Somebody
screams.
went down my back.
I can tell you I have heard voices and footsteps
Oh, I think,
approaching
yeah.
me when no one is there, and become very nervous. Give you a couple moments here to take it in, get some photos. Mom, guys,
I would love to go in the woods by myself.
do you think it might be a good idea if we stay silent? Maybe see if we can hear any?
Go,
There's
Enzo.
something. I'm hearing something over there.
Those are wind chimes.
Wait, Enzo low-key cooked for a second.
Hey, maybe there's a skinwalker about it.
No, that's a cancer patient.
Tell you what, you'd be really quiet walking through here, and you just listen to this.
That's creepier than anything.
That's what I'm saying. You listen to the
Oh yeah, what is that?
locusts.
See, there's like a really, really, really faint light up there. The faintest.
There too. There's like an orange little light up there.
No, that's
Yeah. 3 people versus 50. I think we're all right.
We're walking towards that.
He's like, yeah, probably would be.
Unless they start going on all fours, I
Where are you
think.
going?
Hey!
What was that all about?
Why did they all start running?
I have no idea. Where are you going?
It
You
was
guys
full
put-
apparition.
supposed to wait for the tour guide.
You guys possessed or something? What the hell is that?
Yeah, guys. That's a bad word.
Running down the road.
It's a bad word.
Touch you.
Running.
They're just running.
Like that in the dark, in your retina, you have cones and rods right there.
Unfortunately, years ago we could.
Right there.
How far in front of us? It's a tree. It's not that bad.
That doesn't look like a tree. Some voodoo. It's starting to rain.
Are you? It's a perfect night for it, dude. Walk up.
It seriously is.
Okay.
All right, if everyone is good, if you would please follow me.
I don't mind doing a ghost tour in the rain. Does that make it more fun?
Honestly, if I had like if we all had
I have
like,
an umbrella, but I-
yeah. What did you said you had an attachment at one point? I have as well.
Yeah.
That was because I was an idiot. But what did happen with you?
It's actually happened to me a couple of times. The attachment when I lived in that house, that Union soldier, I don't know if you heard me talking about it.
I might not have. Everyone's kind of loud.
He was not a very happy soul. And he seemed to...
I kind of forgot. I haven't been
Pressure points are a great ways to get people
If they're attaching to you,
The first one, most obvious, is
you're going to probably feel tired.
I felt like a bad pain in my lower back and up to my shoulders.
Remember when I was saying earlier how batteries and phones and cameras die around here?
Yeah, because they're trying to take the energy.
They suck energy.
Yeah,
And they will suck energy from a human being as well.
my battery's at 51. It was at 100 earlier.
I can tell you last summer, for a period of about 2 months, I was going through what seemed to be, it's hard to describe. I felt like someone was with me all the time.
Yeah.
Keep
And
an
I
eye
knew I
on
brought
that. Because
someone
it got
with
higher
me.
when we were over there by
I
that
know it
rock.
was from here. I could sense them, I could feel them. And I have a
Well, I
very good
just
friend.
have
She's
two
an older
things.
woman. She is very sensitive to the spiritual world. She's
So
a
is my
medium,
mom.
Just let him cook.
And she actually cleansed me and sent him.
What was that? I mean, yeah, kid.
She had a vial of incense and myrrh,
Yeah.
and she rubbed it down my face, behind my ears. She said a blessing,
Yeah.
and from that moment, I never felt it anymore. It was gone. She said that was a powerful spirit.
Now,
Bro, the thing's
when
going.
when I earlier,
Smells sulfur again, like gunpowder.
yeah, that might like some like stronger spirits I've heard like have certain smells to them, like some shadow men at like the Velisca axe murder house. It smells like cigar smoke. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Um.
I can tell you, I've smelled it. That
Are we
sulfur,
turning or no?
We're gonna keep going.
Okay.
Gunpowder's common. I can tell you, I've been out here and been completely enveloped in the smell of rotting flesh. Putrid, horrible.
Yeah.
And then within moments, it's gone.
Yeah. When I got my grandma put some holy water on my neck when I got rid of that attachment.
Yeah.
Now,
Look,
I
guys,
had my collarbone broken. I've
going
had
higher.
my leg and my wrist broken. Nothing has hurt more than that. Oh, did you get Dawson?
Keep looking at the value.
Yeah. It hasn't really gone up. The only time it went up is when I put my AirPods next to it.
Are we gonna go into any of these houses?
I can't take you in any house.
Alright.
Now, have our hotel, the one that's right there.
Are we still going or are we done?
We're warmed up now. But certain places have a feel to them.
Yeah.
And the one with the kid and the alleged demon in the basement, that one is like a do I have to be here kind of feeling. As our hotel, what do you get from that? Is it like, all right, it's
There's definitely residual energy going on.
Yeah.
There's definitely where that mini mart is.
yeah,
During the battle, that was known as the Old Wagon Hotel. Where the hotel sat there. And on July 1st, when the battle began, Union men were trying to stop the Confederates from coming through. They were literally fighting right here in the street.
wow.
Imagine cannons firing and they were pushing through town and fighting in houses. Sharpshooters would have been in the home.
Yeah. Was this hotel always here?
No,
Okay.
Wait, really?
it was built on top. It was built later. I believe it was built in the 1970s. I've stayed in here. It's a good place.
Yeah.
People do experience things for sure.
Nathan, the kid with the orange, the green shirt and the like maroon hat, he said someone called him. It was like a woman,
Sensitivity to loud noises.
like a women's voice, but no actual words.
Would that affect it? Sensitivity to loud noises.
Yes.
It could, I think.
I've always had that since I was.
SMH. I knew I should have brought tarot cards.
Next time.
SMH.
No, you check.
It's getting lower.
Cards are like playing, so
Okay, now it's hey Dawson.
that's not Dawson.
Oh, hey Sam. Hey Sam. Hey, has a tour for you ever gotten like too much that you'd had to stop it early?
No, I've experienced some pretty crazy things, and where we're going, I'm going to tell you some pretty creepy stories.
Alrighty. My parents recently went to.
We got off the sidewalk. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't paying attention.
My parents recently went to Buffalo, New York, and they didn't know this until like the second day they stayed there. But their hotel used to be is the third most haunted mental institution there. And I asked them, were they getting admitted or are they just staying there for a few days? And
Do spirits target people with like what do they like target certain people?
Certain people are more
That's not a good thing.
Lovely.
They might feel some sort of attraction or some sort of
Yeah,
similarity. We're going to have to cross it. Let's be very careful.
yeah, we'll just wait for that one.
trying to endangerment. Child endangerment.
Shut up.
Number check.
40. 49.
You ready to watch that movie tomorrow?
No.
I'm pirating it.
Oh my god, what a loser.
Oh, what am I gonna do? Go to the theaters? No. One, I don't care. Two, I don't care. Three, I don't.
Right, and then you give the exact thing that's like, okay, I'm not somewhere there.
We're touching up now.
Alrighty. What?
For sticking to you.
Me too. It's a bad omen. Don't sneeze.
Doing Breaker. I'll sneeze all I want.
So this is
Me? Sorry. Yeah, I'm very scary.
Alright, go see it, Ryan.
Well, we were very high next to that.
No ghost day.
All right, we are now standing in front of the old homestead and orphanage. And if you would please take note on this plaque, you will see some photos. A photo of 3 young children and a photo of a Union soldier. As I said, after the battle, there will be over 65,000 casualties. When both armies leave, over 20,000 wounded men will be left here to be cared for in the town of Gettysburg. Many surgeons and doctors would come in from all over to help care for these wounded and dying. A man by the name of Dr. Burns will come from Philadelphia, and he will stop at the Shriver Tavern, which is up here on Baltimore Street. There he will speak with the young Shriver girl. It just so happened not before his arrival that she had found a dead Union soldier at the Cemetery Hill. He was unknown. They could not identify him. They did not know who he was. But he was in his cold dead hand clasping an Ambro-type photo. That very photo of the 3 young children. It's obviously his children, the very last thing that he saw was he was alive on this earth. Now, Dr. Burns is very touched by this and realizes that there are many young children out there that now do not have fathers, many orphans, children from the war. He wants to help and he wants to start an orphanage. He will end up selling this photo and raising money. You can imagine the story will spread like wildfire across the whole newspaper. One day, a woman from New York by the name of Belinda Humiston will open up her local paper. She sees the photo of the 3 young children. They were hers. And then she knew that the unknown soldier here at Gettysburg was her husband, Amos Humiston. He died here on July 1st, fighting with the 154th New York Infantry. Now, Belinda will get in touch with Dr. Burns, and she will end up coming to Gettysburg. She will move here with her 3 children. Dr. Burns asked her to become the head matron of the orphanage.
That's one spooky post.
She is greatly obliged. For about 3 years, she will care for these children and love them as if they were her own. Now she will end up meeting someone and she falls in love again. She remarries a man from Massachusetts. She will move away. And that will leave her position open. We'll continue that story out.
Guys? Yeah? What's up? I feel like I heard a sound from there. Like it was a knock.
Look.
Two.
That's because there's wire.
Yeah.
What do you got going on there?
It's going up to orange and yellow, but
Meaning
Like
what?
those kinds of lights.
there's a ghost or something. I don't know. Or my AirPods are getting closer to it.
It's a detector.
Let's go.
High five?
I almost like held your hand for a second. I don't know. I have a girlfriend. I can't do that.
I know.
Sorry if you're watching this. I almost did something I shouldn't have.
Silly me.
Not on purpose.
Oh, Ryan, no. No.
Guys, I think Enzo's paranoid.
I think Enzo actually is scaring himself. I think Enzo's actually. I feel like Enzo's just scaring himself and he's making himself worse.
Poured hot water down.
I'm not trying to get it past you. I'm just
water
really,
down my
really
front.
scared. Do not touch me.
From Phasmophobia.
Where's the guy?
He's right here. Right here.
What are they doing? What are they doing? Wait, what?
What's going on? Yes, sir.
Fine. Stay near me.
Okay. Whoa. Whoa.
That's a chimney.
It's a rock structure.
I thought it was a chair.
You never mind.
Is it a spooky chair? No.
Not supposed to be done.
It's a little spooky.
Little bit spooky.
Where is it? Where?
0.5 spooky chair.
He's just messing with you now.
My mama had sex with a man. But her and I were the only one in the house.
Was he okay?
Ever since that day, I've been trying to prove that ghosts are real. One day, I was 8 years old, and a Rubik's Cube. I was racist. Shut up.
They will end up finding a woman by the name of Rosa Carmichael to take her place. I can tell you
Where's
Rosa
Sarah?
Carmichael was not a very nice person.
Where's
In
Sarah?
fact, in my opinion, she was the epitome of an evil and sadistic human being. She would rule the orphanage with an iron fist, and she would torture these children for any reason she could find in any manner.
I know
that
everything
she saw
about
fit, even to the point of death.
I know.
Just believe that some of the children were buried back here. Now, through robbery, some of the older teenage boys in the orphanage became known as stick boys. On her command, they would beat the young children to death. In the basement of the orphanage, you can tour it. There were shackles and chains.
You still are.
She would chain the children up down there without food for long periods of time.
What's the value?
47. It's not.
On one very cold winter's night, two gentlemen were walking out front of the orphanage and they heard something that did not sound very nice. They heard crying and whimpering coming from back here. And they came back to investigate, and what they found was this noise was coming from an outhouse back here in the backyard.
Oh.
What they found inside was a young boy that was locked in there, barely clothed. He was freezing and starving. Now they rescued him and they reported it to the authorities. Rosa was given a little slap on the wrist
And that's it.
and they asked her to leave. She had no intentions of leaving. She would continue in her evil ways. Now I can tell you that every year here in Gettysburg they had a Memorial Day parade. The children of the orphanage were very highly respected. Their fathers were considered heroes, and for good reason. And every year the children would lead the parade and they would take flowers to the graves back here in the National Cemetery. One year, as the memorial parade begins, the children are nowhere to be seen. She had locked them inside and made them watch them indoors.
Oh, fuck.
Can't imagine how heartbroken that would have
Actually,
been.
I'm totally freaking out right now.
Now there are two stories as to what happens next. Many people simply believe that Rosa knew the gig was up. She packed her bags one night and left town. That is not what I believe, and that is not what town lore says.
Are you being serious?
I can tell you that
okay?
I believe
Get
I
you back.
spoke to maybe you earlier about that woman that I know.
Yeah.
I heard it too.
She's a medium. She's a very good friend of mine. She does what is known as tearings. She'll send spirits over. I've had her back here on numerous occasions, and what she sees and what she feels is the townspeople took matters into their own hands, and they treated her like a witch. They tortured her and then they hung her. She's buried underneath of where that building stands today.
Yo.
Every time my friend Rose comes back here, she feels a very heavy tightness around her neck.
Oh yeah, I'm having a shortness of breath.
I can also tell you I've had my own encounters with Rosa back here.
Real quick, if you're having shortness of breath and if he's telling the story, just say it before he finishes it, because that might be important.
I doubt that.
You alright? Did you?
If you're
say
getting nauseous or
She's the victim.
you might want to say that.
She's the victim.
Incredibly itchy. We both are.
I can tell you that one night I had a very large store back here. I have had many things happen back here. I've had people get grabbed. I've had people get pushed. One night a woman appeared in front of a couple of people on my tour. She simply vanished. And about the same time,
You okay?
There were 4 young girls back here behind me.
I can't see.
And one of them, I noticed, went to the ground. And her friends were huddled around her. I became
Whoa.
quite concerned. You alright?
She got scratched.
You get scratched?
Yo.
Yes,
How did you get
did.
scratched?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
How did you get scratched?
Ooh, fun times. Ooh.
Does that burn?
Wait, how did you get scratched?
Oh.
Wait, let me take a look. Put the light over it. Where is it?
Like right there. You're grabbing it.
Jesus.
Wait,
Sarah got scratched.
I sit when you get
she got.
to the hook.
Touch my cross.
No.
You might want to do that.
This is freaking me out.
That's a really long one.
That's.
She don't like you,
fear.
Sarah.
Wait, did you get like scratched like just out of nowhere?
I can tell you that night,
Was it out of nowhere?
Yeah.
All right.
her friends were standing around her, and I went back to see what was the matter. She was bleeding up her leg. She had fingernail marks up her leg.
Whoa.
She was quite frightened. I can tell you that I fully believe that Rosa Carmichael's spirit lingers back here. I believe that she will walk this earth for eternity in purgatory. I do not fear her spirit, though she is not, I would consider her malicious. I do not
Yeah.
fear her, anyone that would treat children in that manner. I have zero respect for her, and I will talk bad about Rosa every time I come back here. If you believe in the Lord will protect you.
I heard a story that she kicked one of the kids down the stairs and he died. Is that true?
Believe that. Are you alright?
I also heard a story
just
that
bones,
some of the kids would go take
Well, that's something to
would
tell
go
your
to
parents
the Wade House for like food and stuff like that if they would be in the street and just got sometimes and like in the upper floor that's when they like hang
Did
out.
it like come out of nowhere?
Here, we'll show
It
them when
did.
we get back to the hotel and this
Capture
vanishes.
photos of children out here in the
You
yard.
might.
I can tell you that I have on numerous occasions
I'm
caught
fine.
children videoing me back here.
Your back is kind of itchy?
On my
Very
shoulders.
common for
Right,
orbs
no, it's whatever.
Here,
It doesn't hurt
turn that way.
circle and fly
That could still
around
mean
and
something.
attract to the land.
Has it gotten worse?
No, he's okay. No. No. Whoa. That's a giant one. Jesus.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Well, let me see.
It's like one formed like as we were looking at it.
You see something?
It was like one formed as we were looking at it.
Dang it,
Bro,
like,
this
we're
is some
all
creepy
the
ass
way
view.
down
Whoa.
Say, do you need to go back?
It's right there.
Do you need to go back?
It's 3.
I'm fine. I didn't
It's
feel
3,
it.
just like you said. 3.
Show him.
That could be mocking the Holy Trinity.
Just come here and
It's
show him.
her. It's her, but don't be afraid of her.
Show him.
That's so insane.
Yeah, dude. One there goes down
What'd you
there
hear?
too. It goes all the way down the arm.
There's no more.
Say a prayer.
I already did.
Oh,
Of course.
wow. There too.
Why does she hate me?
She doesn't like anyone. She doesn't like me.
Have you guys read that one book of like the teacher? Like she couldn't get attention of the students, so she like dressed up as this really mean substitute, like all black and whatever. Okay.
I saw movement.
Well, I remember seeing a photo of Rosa. Whatever you imagine Rosa looks like, you're probably close. Hi. How's it going?
Do you see something over there?
Yeah, there's 2 people standing there.
Where?
Normal people, like with Jordans and stuff. It's chill.
Let's get
I got Jordan's on.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt anymore.
This, what's up? Here you go.
What were you doing with?
This
You
just
should check if your
the-
Jordans are haunted.
the higher the number goes.
Well, where was there somebody over there?
Yeah. So like
Sarah
we had
and
I had
got,
my
like,
flashlight
super
on,
itchy.
checking it's Sarah's scratch on her arm, and like 2 others as we were looking at it looked like it formed. Like as we were watching it.
I mean,
Somebody
I feel
else's
super
scratch?
itchy, but
yeah,
you know,
like
it's not that bad.
the
Like a picture on it?
no, but if we got her over here, we can definitely show you. But
Oh, you mean there was scratches?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, like the Rosa, the woman that worked here, like as the nanny or whatever, she hated the kids and like kicked them downstairs and stuff.
Still, it's burning a lot more now.
Mean.
Yeah,
Rosa.
which doesn't sound like a mean name.
Saw a picture of someone.
No, here, Sarah, Sarah, show them your arm.
That looks a
She
lot
has
worse.
an allergy to grass.
No, that's a
No, that
scratch.
formed like there.
Look, it's a scratch.
Okay. Be careful. What if we rubbing up against one tree?
My mom tells me stuff like don't mess with stuff that goes against her religion or stuff that you shouldn't do that you're not supposed to. I'm doing stuff I'm not supposed to.
Like right now?
I don't know.
I'm not religious, so I'm all good.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah.
I can do
Like,
things that aren't against
I
religion.
tell people all the time. I tell people sometimes when I go like ghost hunting or whatever you imagine the person that sucks and that has like the most dark energy around them, whatever you think they look like, you're probably close to like what they actually look like. Rosa.
Upper. See that? See that in the tree? There's like a yellow light.
Yo.
What is that yellow thing?
I don't know. Oh, it's like some plastic bag, it looks like, Colonel. Rosa? Yeah. Coming. 1 second.
Hey, what is that?
It's gone now. It's gone.
Look, I just took a picture. You see that in the window?
Yo.
You see
Like,
that?
this is what Rosa looked like.
Where'd it go?
That's what Rosa looked like.
See that in the window?
What did where go?
What did where what go?
In the corner of the tree?
What?
So this is what Rosa looked like.
Yeah.
If anybody was curious. That's why.
Did you not see it?
No, that's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
That's very accurate.
Okay, well, it's gone now. It's like
Actually, kind of 1-to-1.
Oh, there it is again.
What?
Reagan hasn't seen it. She wants to see it.
I want to see.
It's in
I'm curious, since this has a body underneath it, wonder or not it would go up. Hi, Miss Amy.
Who are you?
It's Miss Amy.
I don't know who that is.
Wow, you're so mean.
I'm sorry. I never knew your first name.
All right, if everybody would please follow me.
There's one in every crowd.
Oh, yeah. I love Dawson.
We're gonna see what real damage she did to me when we get inside. Oh.
Do you think that if do you know like around the area the person was buried under there?
Does she have a thing against redheads?
Whoa, that just went to yellow. Yeah,
Bro, my leg is itchy as hell right now.
randomly picks people. I've never seen.
You see the skinwalker?
I've never seen anything really in common. Anything that's ever happened.
I think she has a thing against kids. That's pretty much it.
She definitely.
Then why'd she pick like the oldest person in our room?
Alright, before we conclude the tour tonight, we are back here at two different cemeteries. This is the Soldiers National Cemetery. It would have been erected after the Battle of Gettysburg, as I told you, and it was built for dead Union soldiers.
Yeah.
Back here behind us is the Evergreen Cemetery, and that building is the original gatehouse. If you would continue out the Baltimore Pike, you will see the original brick archway. And a woman by the name of Elizabeth Thorne
Enzo, turn off your light.
came over here from Germany
Visually impaired.
in the 1850s.
We need the spooky vibes.
She sailed across the Atlantic Ocean with her family en route to Ellis Island, New York. While they were on their journey, all of their belongings were stolen on the ship.
No.
They met a very fine young gentleman by the name of Peter Thorne. He was quite fond of Elizabeth.
What are you doing? Checking if her arm
He
is
kind of took them all under his wing.
Like,
I'm fine.
And after they
You don't need to defend
arrived
the
at their
woman.
destination,
That's my
he
time.
took them in, and him and Elizabeth became engaged and eventually married. Now, Peter Thorne would be offered a position down here in Pennsylvania. The reason this place is called Cemetery Hill is because of the Evergreen Cemetery. And it was built in the 1850s. Peter was offered the position as the caretaker of the cemetery. And he would move down here with Elizabeth and her mother and father. And they would live here in this beautiful home. Now, Peter, at the outset of the war, would join the 183rd Pennsylvania Infantry. He would not be here during the Battle of Gettysburg. He would be fighting elsewhere. And Elizabeth would become the caretaker of the cemetery.
When we get there, okay?
Yeah.
Now, imagine, if you would, how terrifying it would have been with 180,000 soldiers bearing down on this town. Many people evacuated.
Did you hear that?
This is an ice cream truck, dude.
Ice cream at 8:30.
It's some.
Elizabeth would have become the caretaker of the cemetery. She would have evacuated as well.
But that'd
Now,
be
I can
cool.
tell you that the Battle of Gettysburg lasted July 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. The battle could be heard as far away as Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and that's about 50 miles from here. I can also tell you that days and weeks after, the smell and stench of the town was absolutely putrid and horrible. Imagine dead bodies lying out here in the hot sun, dead horses and mules. It is said that the town of Gettysburg could be smelled all the way to Philadelphia.
Oh
It's about
man,
3.5 hours from here.
that's rough.
People could literally hear bodies bursting in the sun.
Wow.
There are original photographs of
They got
bodies
boiled.
that were lying out on the field,
No,
of
seriously.
dead soldiers that were being eaten.
The
by pigs.
bodies got boiled when they exploded.
I cannot imagine
Whales can
the
do that as well.
emotion and the energy that
The
these
gas
men brought
and the
with
sun.
them, the bravery.
Whales do that as
Put
well.
all of that together
Interesting.
with the fashion and manner in which they left this earth. That is a perfect scenario for spirits. Now, Elizabeth would return here on July 7th. I can't imagine the carnage that she would have found here.
This is so freaky.
There would have still been wounded men lying everywhere. The house was ransacked like many dead and dying soldiers and horses and mules. She was pregnant with her 4th child at the time. She was 6 months pregnant. And I cannot imagine doing what she did in the hot July sun, especially in her condition. Elizabeth Thorne not only cared for the wounded and dying, but she would dig over 100 graves out here and bury over 100 men in the hot July sun. That is a testament to her and humanity. There are 2 women in this country that have what is known as a perpetual flag. One is Betsy Ross and one is Ginny Wade. I fully believe that Elizabeth Thorne should have that perpetual flag as well. I can tell you right now that she ended up having her child. She was very sickly due to the conditions that she was under while she was carrying her.
Is that like getting a
The young girl named Rose would perish at about the age of 12.
Super warm.
Elizabeth would then have 5 more children. Her husband would return home from the war,
My back, bro.
and they would live a very good life.
What's wrong? I can't get another.
But I can tell you that Elizabeth's spirit still walks these grounds. To this day, people still see her. She still walks amongst the headstones, and she still walks amongst the
My back
courtyard.
hurts like a lot.
She is still doing her work and caring for
Let me
these
make my
poor
back hurt real
souls.
quick.
She's still here doing what meant so much to her. Caring for
You
her
okay?
with so much
No.
energy and emotion. And she gets
Do you need a hug or something?
No. Don't hug me.
Okay.
Don't hug me.
I'm in that mood, okay? I'm in that mood.
never in his either not able to.
My lower back is in a lot of pain.
People are laughing.
Something spirits don't want
It just came out unprayed.
Alright.
Scan your head. Yeah, you have a haunted cranium.
Actually?
No, I don't know. They were laughing at a woman kicking down a little kid down the stairs and he died. You have haunted yiddies.
You got booze.
You good, Demi?
You got boobies?
Oh, you just gone?
No.
Oh, okay.
I didn't.
He took my hit.
We'd actually check if you're just seeing shadows or if you actually see spirits is to cover your eye and check with the blind person. Negative 15
I don't think I'm gonna be able
over
to
here,
sleep
bitch.
tonight.
Huh?
I literally don't think I'm gonna be able to sleep.
Literally.
I like what
I just have a really bad headache.
I have, yeah, it's called 2022.
Nathan, I don't do that.
Nathan, leave the girls alone.
Now, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are about out of time. I appreciate you all coming out here tonight, and I hope you enjoyed the tour.
Okay.
I hope
Thank
you
you.
enjoy the
was
rest of your
lovely.
stay here in Gettysburg. I am very sorry, and I will say a prayer for you. Trust me, you will be fine. She will not hurt you.
I'm not gonna be able to sleep.
Don't worry.
Tell her that she is a horrible, horrible human being,
Guys, the ghost kissed
and to
me.
go have a lovely
I can
day.
cuss her out.
Same. She was a 9-foot tall goth baddie.
But yes, I would like to thank you again for coming out. Appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your time here in the town.
Please stop asking me.
At least it's not a minute.
Please stop asking.
Safe travels. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Trinity. W Mans.
Thanks, community.
Thank you, Trinity.
You're welcome. Thank you, guys.
You got it.
Sir, appreciate it.
Okay.
How do we get back home?
I know exactly the way.
That way?
Follow me. That way.
Right here.
We'll be right back in no time.
Okay, Colonel, this way. We're going in a shortcut.
Hey, we're going this way. Actually, we're going back here.
No, okay.
Yeah, we're going back here. You're going back to the hotel.
I wanted more to happen. So, well, now I believe in ghosts. My dick is itchy. Can I feel? No. Please? I'm begging? Bo got kissed by the ghost. Like, lucky I wanted the ghost to give me a smooch. Just a little peck. That's all I want. Just a little.
To give me a smooch.
I need that. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, fuck you, Rosa. Rosa's a monkey. I can't say that other word.
Go get him, Tiger.
That hurts. My whole arm hurts.
So this is the orphanage that Rosa kicked little kids down sets of stairs and killed them.
This was quite a fun trip, I would say.
What's that in the window?
What is that?
Yeah, like that top window.
What is that?
It's an 8-foot penis. It's mine. It reached all the way up. Who left it in there?
It's an 18-inch Spencer's.
It's a 25-foot Venom. He's ready for you.
Oh, who's stroking my ear?
When I was 8 years old, I had my dick stroked by a ghost. Ever since then, I've been trying to prove that their existence is real.
But I just get ectoplasm every time.
Suck on that ectoplasm.
I don't give a gas. People think it's a joke. Go. Yeah, I'm going. Here we go. Jaywalking.
I think it's the other way around.
So real. Like, All right, I think that's gonna be the end of the video. Yeah, I think this is definitely gonna be the end of the video. All right.
How many people are watching?
Later, guys.